Darrena, I have one question for you. What daily advice do you have for founders to find product market fit?
I would say you need to run experiments every day to the point when you achieve the product market fit.
All right, excellent. So what actually is how can you run an experiment? What is an experiment in your mind?
So the first thing, it's very important, is you need to have some kind of a mock-up of your product that is super easy changeable. Let's say you make a click dummy, you do some kind of Figma file, you do something. You can make even like a presentation in Canva. The important bit is you can actually change it in like 2 hours, right? So then you go out, talk to your customer, let them solve the problem, let them use the product, let them go through experience, ask them questions, and then you change your user experience, your wireframes, your product a little bit based on their feedback. And then the next day you go to a different customer, probably in a similar segment, similar space, and let them run through the whole thing again. And then get their feedback, change this again, and go to a different person. So it's like running an experiment every day, talking to different people, probably in the same segment. That's number one. Number two, the one thing that people don't really do right is asking the right questions. Because they're like, yeah, okay, so like tell me, blah. The right questions are important. And it's not about how you ask the question or what you say or like how you lead the conversation. It's more about what you want to achieve. So what you want to achieve is you want to understand how the users solve the problem that they have with the resources they have, with the skill level they have, with the expertise they have, with everything they have at the moment right now, just at their disposal, right? Because the point of a product market fit is to make your product a no-brainer, right? So it's going to be so easy and so, I don't know, like effortlessly solving their problem that becomes a no-brainer. They're like, oh yeah, buy, right? Another thing you want to do, you want those users to talk to their other users in their own segment, being like, this is a no-brainer. It solved my problem in 5 seconds. Click, right? So this is kind of the experiment you want to run. You know, it's also like, it's not about creating a perfect experiment, things like that. Usually just do not go for perfection at all. It's not about perfection. It's about getting correct feedback, knowing how to work it in, and knowing how to validate it, and then going with this.
When you say customers, do you mean more like potential customers, friends, or does
It
it?
can be it can be both. It's like it depends on the stage where you're at right now, right? So let's say you already have a MVP and you have a product and you already have users, because it's not about even customers, it's more about users of the product. I mean, it's both in a way. Customer is the one who pays, who makes the payment decision. User is the one who actually uses your product. And they can be at the same person, can be different people, depending on the business you're in, right? So if you already have an MVP and you already have active users, then you can go to them, or you can go to someone who is similar, who is in the same space. It can be someone they recommend. It can be someone you asked on LinkedIn to run a test with you. It can be a friend who belongs to this segment.
It's possible to have customers if you don't have product market fit.
Yes, absolutely. Very much possible. That's the thing, is like you can have actually like a I can give an example when like someone has like 50,000 user base, and they're not really in the product market fit space yet. They are in the problem solution fit space. So if your problem and solution are like working together and it kind of does what it does, it's great, because product market is when you can kind of, I'm not saying like relax, but you can a bit like breathe out, and then you can be more stable on the market. And like, oh, actually, really good point. I really love this. It's called the laugh metric. It's a little bit gimmicky. It comes from the founder of, I think, Growth Hackers. I don't remember his name, but what he said was the laugh metric is when you ask one question, and the question is, how disappointed would you be if the product disappears tomorrow? And if your users like 40, like if it's like more than 40% of your users say, I'm going to be devastated, I'm going to be very disappointed, it means you're kind of close to your product market fit. And like, I think the answers are like super disappointed, kind of disappointed, and then I don't care, right? So the point is to make sure that people love your product, and they will be very much devastated if it's off the market. And this means product market fit is somewhere around. But also it would mean that it's called a love metric. It means you need to make your users love your product. People love things when things are easy. And also then you can do like a product-led growth on top of that, where like your product is so great that people would recommend it to someone else, and then someone can go and take your product and onboard themselves without you being like, okay, no, let me walk you through the product. No, they can do it without you. Like a good example of product-led growth is something like WhatsApp. Like WhatsApp fits the purpose. I need to message someone. There is a good like chunk of users on WhatsApp, so I probably can find a lot of people on WhatsApp already. I need to send them a message. And I don't need to like go through Google and understand how to onboard myself on WhatsApp. I just go in and it works. You
So
build
let's
in
go
a
back to the initial advice you had. Experiment, experiment, experiment. Do you have the same struggle? You have feedback in all kinds of angles, and sometimes they're against each other, and people don't know what they want, and then you create something they think they want, but it's not actually what they need. And
yeah,
so how do you go about that when you're experimenting?
exactly. So you can run A/B tests with your experiments and run them through different groups of people as well that are in a similar segment and actually get some kind of average and see what reaction actually is better. Because in those experiments and conversations you run with people, you're right, people don't know what they want. And there's even this saying, people don't know what they want until you show them, right? And that's the whole point. Show them different examples. Another way how to deal with this, like there's always going to be struggle. It's about asking those good questions. So like you need to train yourself. You can even like go to ChatGPT and like have a conversation with ChatGPT and get those questions in, and you can like test them out as well. But the important bit is to understand how the user solves the problem now. It's about iteration. You just need to constantly do it, change things, ask questions, run A/B tests, um, maybe be super aware of what your solution is, and try not to get like, like steered to a different place.
All right, so keep your North Star, keep your vision, keep your initial idea of the direction you want to go, because you had that idea for a reason. You had some passion towards it. You want to serve this market. You see a problem. You really want to be there.
Yes. Be open to the feedback of that market, because like in a lot of cases people also get offended and be like, I'm so misunderstood. I had this idea, but the market said no to me. No, the market actually never says no to you. The market tells you what market wants, and your job is to listen, and your job is to ask the right questions, and your job is to figure out how you show the market different options. Just need to like be super aware, because there's also this like misunderstanding of like, I have this idea, I think someone will steal it. Never.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ideas, even though if the idea is stolen, it's about execution. It's not about the idea,
So
right?
does your advice apply both to hardware and software products?
Well, I think hardware is a bit harder because like you need to build something and it's more expensive. So, but I think also use the available tools. They're like 3D printing. There is, I don't know, RFID like the chips, right? There's like Arduino stuff. There's a lot of open source spaces where you can get things cheap, or you can maybe print them, or you can maybe build them out of, I don't know, paper or something if it works. So like what I'm trying to say is like, do not overthink it. Do not try to go into perfection. Yeah, and like product market fit is not like the, I don't know, like the golden medal that you get, and like this is achieving everything. This is the end of the tunnel. That's literally not it. Achieving product market fit means there is a lot more work to be done. Right? Because like it
All
just,
right.
you're not so easy to kick off the market, but you still need to keep on the market. I mean, like it just makes your life like, it kind of takes away all of this like pursuing mindset, and it gets you into more of a maintenance mindset. But then you can say, okay, this product achieve product market fit, it becomes my cash cow. It just consistently delivers feedback. I really don't put a lot of effort into maintenance. And then you can say, let's diversify. Let's go and pursue 3 other markets. And this is how we become a good capitalist. I'm kidding. But like, that's kind of what it is, right? Right? It's like, it's just the way for you to relax a little bit and go do something else with the same product. Maybe go and like try to diversify and get another segment of the market, things like that.
All right, there you have it, guys.
Yoo-hoo! A
Now,
lot of personality in this whole conversation. Like I might be very, very wrong. So like check my words.
all right, there you have it. So, you know what you gotta do today.
Start the prototype.
Thank you very much, Darrena.
Thank you too. And good luck with the product market fit to everyone who watches because like it's a big thing.
It is a big thing.
Yeah.